Just on your time in India and the emergence of the Indian Premier League, the T20, IPL, the T20 and so on, do you see that as something that's perhaps undermining Test cricket in the same way that perhaps 20 years ago it was the one-day cricket, that all the money came from that and it was eventually being used to prop up Test cricket? Do you see 2020 taking over in that sort of regard?
Look, I think 2020 cricket will have some benefits and does have some benefits. You know, it's going to bring a new generation of watchers to the game, as 50-over cricket did 30 years ago, and many of them stayed on and fell in love with Test cricket. You know, I think 50-over cricket has had as many benefits for Test cricket as it as demerits. 20-over cricket is going to be a challenge in a lot of ways, with 3 formats. You know, again, the administration is under a lot of pressure to be able to organise the 3 formats in such a way that there's space for all of them. IPL obviously takes up a chunk of the year, and then the Champions League takes up a chunk of the year. We're going to introduce our own Big Bash shortly, or expanded Big Bash, which will take up a big chunk of the year. So it's going to be a challenge for the 50-over game and Test cricket to sort of make their space and maintain their interest. But I think 20-over cricket can be as positive towards the game as it could be negative. And again, it'll just need good management.